Okay, y'all, so I live in North Carolina, right? And I have some people that took different pictures in different locations in North Carolina, and something landed to Earth. We don't know what it is, but something landed to Earth. Yeah, something's here. And it was in different locations of these pictures in North Carolina. And you can see that something has landed down here in different areas. So, don't know when we'll find out who is here. But something's here on Earth. Ooh.
What is going on at screenings of The Conjuring Last Rites? As more reports of people needing real medical attention during this movie, and I think we all know why. First of all, I said this earlier in a post, this movie is not scary, it's a family film, but they also probably shouldn't have made replicas of Annabelle like this, because more and more theaters are being shut down during the screening of this movie due to demonic possession. I'll be honest, I think the demon was already in them before they got there, and then when Ed starts reading the rites, it just brings it out of them. And you've probably already seen this video of this dude's demons coming out while watching this movie. Honestly, that's one way to ruin the movie for everyone else. The theaters are now recommending if you have a history with the devil, don't go see this movie because you're going to ruin the movie for everyone else. Also, movie theaters are saying they will not be liable for any demonic possessions during this movie. They will call you an ambulance if you need it, but you're pretty much on your own.
Do you guys remember this guy over here, Dana Stevens, right? He came out last year with a very powerful message. It was so powerful, it rang throughout the ethers of TikTok, okay? And TikTok, unfortunately, took that video down. Well, he is back to provide us with another powerful message, and I see it be fit to share with the whole community, all right? He is only coming on here to validate what we have been saying. This is prophecy that's coming into fruition. If you guys read the Bible, you'll know what's going on. He is telling y'all that this is the end of America, and this is the rise of Tamerica, okay? But listen to what we have to say, y'all.
This is your brother Dana, and I'm coming to you from that place in one love. To you, my white, evangelical, conservative, Republican, Christian, Trump-loving family members, I have a couple things I need to share with you that will bring you some understanding of what lies ahead. See, you are not, white family, about to enter, as President Trump says, your golden ages. But in fact, you are at the end of the reign or the season of the Gentiles. So you are not about to enter your golden ages. That's over, that's done. But you are now entering the judgment of payback, according to Revelations chapter 18. Double given to you for the evil that you have portrayed upon others. So what am I saying here to you, my white family? Get ready to experience Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 66. It says, you will live in constant suspense, filled with dread both day and night, never sure of your life. See, for 400 years, we have placed our black brothers and sisters under just that. Constant fear of their life because of the injustices and the hatred that comes from you, my white family. So now that your season of the Gentiles is over, your reign is coming to an end, the Bible says you will receive double payment for all the evil that you have given out to our black brothers and sisters. See, that's why in the middle of the night, young ladies were swept away by a flood nobody saw coming. That's why sitting in church and sitting in schools, it is the white man that comes in and takes the lives away from your children. See, you will be repaid for all the evil that you have done. And it's not coming from the black man, it's not coming from the illegal alien, but it's coming from within you. And the evil that you have lived out for over 400 years. So, get used to this new normal, white family. For the time of the Gentiles is over. And now you are about to experience what it's been like as a black man and a black woman underneath you. But double. May God, the Most High Yah, have mercy on you.
And when I tell you guys what I'm seeing from these comments and from these videos, people are in a state of despair, constant anxiety, constant fear. They are something is happening spiritually, internally within these people, y'all. So that's what I'm saying. Currently, there is a spiritual war taking place internally and externally within our planet. People are going through it on a level that we can't even fathom. But all of this is part of the illusion that needs to be broken down for us to realize we didn't need any of this. We could be solely living on the land peacefully and quietly. It's only because certain people can't. That's why we haven't figured that out yet. But with this new energy fluctuation coming in, we're getting to it, y'all. We are powering up. But yes, y'all, do y'all feel that shift? Because I do. And shout out to Dana Stevens for expressing his truth. Let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
The CIA teamed up with witches and warlocks to hunt demons. Watch this.
Witches and warlocks to guide us to demons that we could use for warfare. To just say
This is
demons.
real.
It was an offshoot of MK Ultra, where we would manipulate people's minds and control them, and thus control the reality around everyone. But this was dealing with different dimensions, and we needed spiritual guides for that. Didn't you use regular spirit guides? Like, you really had to get the darkest witches and warlocks in the world to help you? Right? We don't want a regular spirit. We need the most powerful ones for war. And that requires someone who knows how to find them. No human, no matter how darkly cultivated they are, understands demons. How could you just open up something so horrible that you know nothing about? You know the devastation that could cause? There are no rules in war if you want to win. Wouldn't you use everything at your disposal to succeed in a war? You guys always call us crazy when we accuse you of doing things like this, and then it turns out to be true. Like CERN. What are you guys doing with that? You're strumming up the most energy that's ever existed in the third dimension and is completely human-made. And people that work there are saying there's beings that are coming through. And you're like, no, these people are lying. You're just trying to find the God particle. Like, what are you guys actually doing? Right in front of your faces. Okay, so these demons, did they ever come through? Did they ever help you? Are you working with them now? Like, what's going on? All I can say is that in 1975 to 1977, a lot of these files were revealed. But not all of them.
Y'all see this? After the light flash, this being walked right through. Some may say it's CGI, but I've personally been seeing a lot more ships and know that these beings are going to begin to surface more. Lately, there has been a lot more sightings of ships, all right? And I hope he's made us aware that the star families will return, all right? Again, you got your skeptics that will say it's computer generated, and there is a lot of computer generated imagery. I won't front, all right? But ultimately, you have to realize that the veil is thinning. All right, so some of the reasons why they came out with computer-generated imagery is so we question the real things that we see also, all right? They know that the veil is thinning, and their deceptive technology that they've been utilizing this whole time to brainwash and manipulate us will no longer work, all right? And pretty soon we will see the real reality for what it is. The truth is the sun is separating us, all right? We're going through a massive shift and the planet is rapidly terraforming. Because the planet is terraforming, there's beings from the other side of the ice wall, from outside this realm of a reality that are very interested in our ascension process. There's been lots of X-class solar flares, and these light photons are actually upgrading our DNA as well as our RNA, and this is one of the primary reasons there's so many chemtrails, all right? They know that your melanocytes absorb the sun and convert it through a melanogenesis process, that your melanin is a semiconductor, but when exposed to large amounts of ultraviolet radiation, it then becomes a superconductor. The Hopi prophecy made us aware in the sixth thunder that the star families will return, all right? And this is one of the reasons why they amplified the computer-generated imagery now. So when you see something, you question what you're looking at. This is also why they announced the demon face syndrome. They know that a lot of these reptilian shapeshifters will no longer be able to hold their form. Prepared to actually see a lot of things in person that you thought was just science fiction, all right? A lot of these beings are going to begin to reveal themselves. Once you begin to elevate in frequency, you would actually have telepathic communication with these beings, all right? Even in the dream realm, they will come to you and actually give you certain information. Once in a very vivid lucid dream, I receive information from the Lyrans, all right? They'll come to you in a dream state. Once you decalcify and activate your pineal gland, you will begin to receive these transmissions. And what they showed me was a massive war between benevolent and malevolent forces that will take place on this realm. Herbs like blue lotus are phenomenal for lucid dream induction, as well as things like astral projection, okay? The blue lotus contains a psychoactive alkaloid called apomorphine, which creates activity in the prefrontal cortex of the brain, allowing you to have a theta frequency, which is a vibratory resonance between 4 and 8 hertz. The customers that purchase the blue lotus that I have available on Holistic Remedies have reported a substantial increase in lucid dream recall. Once you master the art of lucid dreaming, you then have the ability of graduating to astral projection and visiting other worlds. Once you reach this point, you're going to notice a lot more visitation from your cosmic family. The reason these beings visited our ancestors is because they operated in a much higher frequency. They didn't have calcified pineal glands. Once you amplify your frequency, you're going to notice a lot more paranormal activity around you. Things like orbs, extraterrestrials, ships in the sky. These are all signs that you're vibrating on a high frequency, and there's beings from outside our realm of reality that are interested in your ascension process. Most of the time, they're your cosmic family. This is why they purposely utilize things like chemtrails, 5G, 6G, 7G, toxic metals in our food, things like atrazine, glyphosate, and paraquat. All of this is maliciously done because they fear our ascension and our connection with these cosmic beings. For better connection, we should be decalcifying and activating our pineal gland with things like ginkgo biloba, lion's mane mushroom, ormus, which is an orbitally rearranging monatomic element, things like shilajit. All right. Once you begin to cleanse yourself and remove all impurities, at that point you will notice your harmonic resonance is a lot more pure and it's a lot more clear. For all high quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual elevation, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to ascension.
If a woman doesn't create safe spaces for you to talk about what you don't like, what you want, and where she should grow, then she's resisting growth, she's a narcissist, and she's got to go.
Hey yo, peace fam, so it's God, Orion TV, bang, 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 more life family, bliss up, abundance, and I don't know already. So yo, council, this video here, it looks like these people are exploring a distant, faraway planet, like they're not even on Earth. Well, council, let me tell you something right now. This is a glacier in Alaska, fam. And these giant circular holes just appeared in the glacier, and they're claiming it's because the ice is melting. But council, this looks like something else. It actually reminds me of the holes that appeared in Siberia. And if you guys have never seen them, this is what was happening in Siberia.
Extraordinary aerial images show a mysterious hole that may be up to 300 feet wide in the Yamal Peninsula of northern Russia. The cause of the hole's sudden appearance in Yamal, which translates to the end of the world, is not yet known. But this is not the first time holes have been seen. From 2013, when the first such hole appeared in Yamal, 7 holes are now raising worries among local people. A Russian expert says the cause is most likely to be global warming, releasing gases from under the surface. Experts say that the darkening around the inner rim of the crater indicates severe burning, which scorched its edges.
These massive circular holes just appear out of nowhere overnight with all the dirt piled up around the edges, so it looks like something came shooting out from underground. Maybe it's the same thing happening here. It looks like some type of energetic is shooting up through the glacier. And do you see how deep they are? They're literally bottomless. They look like they go to the inner earth entrances. So for all we know, they could be. We can't listen to what these people are telling us. We have to just go by our own intuition. And I am telling you, council, there is something amazing going on in the range right now. It's the quantum spin. The atoms are heating up because the coefficient of friction is heat. It's motion. And you see the circular pattern is almost like the energy is spiraling up out of the earth and creating these holes. And these holes are causing a weakness in the infrastructure of the Babylonian, Saturnian construct. This is their world collapsing. We will build the foundation of the new earth on the ashes of this old world. My real ones, if you're with me, let's go. Bang, bang. Yeah. You see, Council, this is the stuff I'm paying attention to because this is what they're trying to distract us from. Why don't we hear more stories about these giant holes opening up in the earth? Exactly. My people, let's glow.
Can y'all tell which is the moon? Can y'all tell which is the moon? All right, look at this brightness over here. And then this brightness about to come up right over here. But yeah, this is so weird because just last month, y'all, you know how we get the moon on a monthly basis. Just last month, we were watching the moon set at 10 p.m. What the heck is going on? It is 6:42 in the rising right now, and the moon is still not set. This thing is competing with the sun in a sense to see who's more brighter. But just last month, we watched the moon set at around 10 p.m. Why is it 6:42 in the rising right now and the moon is still up? This don't make no sense. The moon, this matrix, this system is glitching, y'all. Look at this shit. Look how red that thing is. And we're not even supposed to be seeing the blood moon. This thing is supposed to be only seen in Europe. I mean, what the hell, bro? And we had the blood moon last month here in America. The whole country was posting the blood moon, and I showed y'all this. But this is not no blood moon, y'all. This is a red sun. You're not going to tell me that's not a red sun, bro. Look at that. That's not no moon, bro. That's crazy. So it is midnight in Florida. It is approximately midnight in Florida. There's supposed to be some type of moon in the sky, but I don't see no moon in the sky. I do, however, see, oh, hold on. Is this the moon? What's going on out there? Yeah, the sky, if I could, bro, it's bright as hell, man. This is literally at 6:30 in the morning, supposedly. This is like literally 6 o'clock in the morning. But it is 12 midnight and there is no moon. Or maybe that's the moon. But why is it so damn bright? And it's cloudy. It's so bright, but it's cloudy as hell. How does that make any sense? Bro, I'm not supposed to be able to see this. How does this make any sense? This is crazy.
This is not a decode, it's a mnemonic device. Noah's Ark was round and flat, just like a tablet pill, and dark as hell from all the tar that helped to keep the cabin sealed. Melanin is round and flat, just like a tablet pill, and dark as hell from all the partial bandwidth that it grabs and smears. Noah's Ark had 3 levels, like hell, the earth, and heaven, set with several rooms and cells that held all the animals separate. Melanin has 3 levels. These mesomers resemble graphene. Each is made of monomers. That's a polymer's essence. Noah's Ark held 2 of every creature, male and female, plus some extras of the 7 kosher animals for free meals. Melanin absorbs frequencies of both electric and magnetic fields, plus the 7 colors that make the visible spectrum real. Noah had 3 sons named Ham, Shem, and Japhet, all depicted having 3 different skin tones. Now homie, watch this. Melanin has 3 varieties in human bodies: neuromelanin, eumelanin, pheomelanin. Copy? Noah's Ark had 4 men in it, our forefathers bringing comfort, breath, passion, and expansion. That's their names in English. Melanin has 4 elements that it's formed of: research, hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon, and oxygen. People need them. But before you go home, take a look at this.
Calling the animals 2 by 2, so we call them in the ark. 2 by 2, you call the birds, the ox with the kangaroo, then they call in Japheth, the Ham and Shem. Then God began to flood the land. He raised his hands to heaven on high, shook the stars and moon from the sky, shook the mountain, he troubled the sea. They went to his chariot wheel, he stepped on land, stood on the shore, and they clapped that time, there wouldn't be no more.
y'all have no idea the emotions people are feeling right now, or maybe you do because you probably are processing these things as well too. But people are realizing the great American dream is a lie. Everything that they have been sold is basically being taken right in front of them right now via this new administration. People are also confused as to why a basic necessity like food is hard to come across or even pay for. Like, that is a human right in order to have. But people are crashing out all over the place, y'all.
Viewers want to know what it's like being young in 2025? Here it is. I just got off an 8-hour shift at work where I make double minimum wage in my state. I hop in my car, check my banking app. Cool, I've got $50 to last me till next week. Then I remember, oh shit, I have to run to Walmart because the wire in my bra snapped. I don't have underwear because it keeps going missing. My eyelash curler broke, and I have no food. I bought 4 things. 4 fucking things, and it came out to $40! I'm living off granola bars. But I hop my depressed ass back in my car, and I look at my banking app again. Oh, cool, I've got $10 now to last me till next week. I try to drive, but my car keeps misfiring. I can't afford to fix that. So I keep on parking, turning off my car, turning it back on, until it decides to act right. 30 minutes later, I'm finally heading home to my 4 roommates. I pay $8.50 a month. Now give him that's everything included. But $8.50 a month with 4 roommates! Remember back in the good old days when a man could afford to feed, raise, house his family on minimum wage? And he had a second family on the side who he also housed, fed, and raised. You know what I say to all that? Fuck you! You guys had it so fucking easy, and then you destroyed everything behind you. So as it turns out, the student loans that I've been paying $1,500 a month for 2 years have a 17% interest rate. So what I thought I've been paying off for all this time, I'm actually, I owe more than what I started off with. What the fuck? So, Jeff Bezos, this would be a really cool fucking time to Venmo me, bro. I owe $90,000, and I didn't even spend that much on school. Any rich person, please tap in. Kourtney Kardashian, you probably have 8 houses. I'm never gonna be able to buy one because I went to college. I just signed up to be an egg donor. Guess what? Got approved. Who wants my fucking kids? I can't afford them, so start admitting more. Just fucking take them. What do you want? My left arm too? What the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm gonna be in debt for my whole fucking life. How does that even make sense? I signed up for this shit when I was 17. This should not be legal, bro. I got upset about it at work, and my coworker was like, don't you have a rich relative who can pay that for you? No, my family's poor. No. And the worst fucking part is, bro, look where I am. I can't go in because I can't spend money, but I just want to be here because it makes me feel better.
My name is Jim Bennett. I'm a 100% disabled veteran with PTSD. It took a suicide attempt to get attention from the federal government because I was living in a shack without a shower. They have the money! They spent over $1 trillion on Afghanistan. I worked in the Pentagon before 9/11. I went to Afghanistan in 2011 and 2012. They have the
So
fucking
apparently
money!
America has the money, they're just choosing not to pay people, and instead they're giving money to other countries. Why is that? How come you rather take care of other countries but not your own country? It's like the CEO of our country, aka Donald Trump, wants to pay the other CEOs people's country, like Ukraine and all this type of stuff. Why wouldn't you want to take care of your people? But if you guys understand how America was built in the first place, of how they didn't want certain groups of people to prosper, you know what I'm saying, and why healthcare exists in every other country and why free healthcare exists in every other country but America, because they didn't want a certain group of people to prosper, then y'all know this is spiritual karma coming back around, y'all. The age of Aquarius is not playing. But yes, y'all, everyone is saying the American dream is dead. Good thing I'm not American. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get this shift. Y'all hear it, y'all feel it. Let's get it. Peace in. You guys, the Hopi prophecy is at hand, because Tell me why this guy caught the sun looking like the blue Kachina in the back of his house in Georgia, y'all. What is going on with the sun? What is happening, y'all? Why does it look like the sun is in water or something like that, or it's coming or is going inside the water? Do y'all see all this distortion that's around it? And then he also videotaped these three objects that's on the left side of the sun. Check this out, y'all. He couldn't really make out what these were, but these things were there for a very long time. And I don't know if this is what was causing the sun to change in aperture or temperature like that, but that looks crazy, y'all. Have y'all ever seen the sun do anything like this before? The Hopi prophecy talks of the sun going and being strange during these great cataclysmic shifts that are getting ready to take place. And again, this ain't fear content, y'all. I'm just telling you guys what we all know, right? And a lot of people are feeling on edge and they feel anxiety. Could this be the reason why? Because we all feel something big is coming or something big is here. And then check this out, in San Jose, California, y'all, everybody was catching this pink glow that was popping out of the sky. But the weird thing is the whole sky is gray. So how is this light popping through?
Why is that sky so pink?
What did they tell us, y'all? Didn't they tell us November? Didn't they say November? So we have a blue sun and then pink skies, and over here is looking yellow outside. So I truly believe this prophecy is unfolding right in front of us, and this is the reason why all these distractions are kicking up, y'all. Because the fact of the matter is, people all over the world are picking up these crazy sky glitches or sky anomalies. Because look at this in British Columbia. This is in Canada. Triple rings. But yes, y'all, this is that blue light special. How y'all feeling with all this influx of energy? Let me know down in the comments below, y'all. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
Yo, have y'all seen this? It states lethal parasite of the kissing bug is present in 32 states of the US. Now, if you ask me, this is just another deplorable tactic that these deletes use to wipe us out. It's important to know that the parasite from a kissing bug can not only affect humans, but also animals, all right? Which means that if your pets are outside and they happen to come in contact with the kissing bug, and then your pet comes back around you, then unfortunately you can be affected as well by that same parasite. The feces of the bug contains a parasite that can cause a disease called Chagas, which is known to be life-threatening. Chagas disease is no joke. It can literally unalive you, okay? And what's very interesting about the kissing bug or the triotomine bug is it typically was actually found in Latin America. Do you believe it's a coincidence now that it's in 32 states in America? So you mean to tell me they can spray us with chemtrails every day, but can't spray these damn bugs before they spread across the country? After studying the kissing bug, I learned that standard insect repellent, which contains something called DEET, D-E-E-T, doesn't get rid of these insects, okay? One thing that will is citronella. This can even be applied to your skin, okay? You can actually place citronella on you and the kissing bugs won't come near you. Citronella contains a compound called geranio that masks the scent of humans and animals, okay? This makes it very difficult for these insects to pretty much utilize their sensory perception to find or locate a host. I do carry the citronella essential oil on Holistic Remedies, link in bio. Now I'm going to show you something else about trypanosomiasis, also known as the Chagas disease, that most people are not talking about. Trypanosoma is a genus of parasitic protozoa that causes diseases in humans and animals, most notably African. Okay, that's very interesting. So this basically means that those bugs that are spreading across 32 countries have more adverse effects on those people that have a higher melanin content. I told you they're doing everything in their power, going through hell and high water to stop this ascension process because they know our true potential. Right now, everyone should be utilizing a parasite cleanse. I made you aware that sweet wormwood, black walnut, and whole cloves not only kill parasites, but also eradicate their eggs. This is a preventative measure for all of the delete's deceptive machinations, all of the attacks that they unleash on us. I told you that most diseases, even when we talk about diseases like cancer, are basically parasitic in nature. I do have the parasite cleanse available on Holistic Remedies, link in bio. When doing a parasite cleanse, it's also imperative to utilize a binding agent, such as a zeolite, activated charcoal, or even a chlorophyll, cilantro, and chlorella blend, all right? Something like that is going to be essential because the parasites are very intelligent and they tend to hide behind toxic metals, all right? Like lead, cadmium, mercury, and aluminum. These toxic metals are released through the chemtrails that they spray over us, as well as in our irrigation systems in the drinking water. And since the skin is the largest organ on our body, when we shower, a lot of these toxic metals are put in our body right through the skin. Detox 19 is a phenomenal heavy metal cleanse that I have available on Holistic Remedies that's known for its stellar effects in decalcification of the pineal gland, all right? This is something that I highly recommend. It's also great for removal of microplastics as well as deceptive nanotechnology, such as things like graphene oxide. They fear this ascension process so much they're attacking us from all directions. From bugs, to chemtrails, to genetically modified organisms, from 5G, 6G, 7G. All attacks won't work, okay? This is our time of awakening and ascension, all right, and cosmic activation. You should be taking things like oil of oregano and black seed oil daily, all right? Their objective is to wipe us out through biological warfare. And if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. For all high-quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual elevation, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to ascension.
Do y'all see what's going on with the crop fields all over the country? By the way, all of those are oranges, y'all. This is in South Jersey. But do y'all see what's going on? I'm not here to scare anybody or push fear content, but family, food is about to soar once again. Why? Well, y'all if you haven't heard, currently there's a whole bunch of videos of ICE agents going around and just raiding random places, y'all. And the fields for harvesting food has been one of the biggest ones, and now we're in September and you guys can clearly see what's happening. Look at this entire strawberry field in Tampa just completely rotten. Yo, I'm in Florida and I didn't even notice, like, Tampa's literally my neighbor. I had no idea. America's really in that F around and found out stage now because they thought Donald Trump was going to help them and make everything cheaper, bring gas down and all this type of stuff, but it's the complete opposite. I said he is here to just dismantle this entire false corporation.
We're here. We are here at the FAFO stage. This is really bad. And if you appreciate my content, please engage with this video. I'm just going to read this to you. Multiple Texas farms shut down after almost 100% of workforce vanishes overnight. In a stunningly swift overnight change, some Texas farm operations had to shut down after losing virtually all of their workforce. An exodus triggered by the increase in immigration raids and increased enforcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you when it comes to food, make sure you are stocked up because something big is about to happen with the food. Remember, it started with the porch and everything, y'all. So y'all see it, don't act like y'all don't know, okay? But yeah, did y'all hear about this? Let me know down in the comments below, y'all. I've been telling y'all the shift is here. Y'all feel it. Let's continue to get it. Peace out.
Did y'all see that? He tried to eat his face. It says, while most U.S. states do not have a law that specifically or explicitly prohibits cannibalism, other laws make it practically impossible to acquire and consume human flesh legally. Idaho is the only state with a specific anti-cannibalism statute. Do you want to know why cannibalism is not fully illegal in America? Because white people literally used to eat black people in this country. I kid you not. So, till today, they still do it. So they don't...
Their objective is to unalive us all. I want y'all to see this.
Mothers and close their windows against it. For decades, they all had questions, and now we're seeking answers. The United States Army now admits that it sprayed a chemical that contained cadmium, a known carcinogen, on a neighborhood of more than 10,000 people. Critics say this was done with no warning and no consent. Well, tonight we return to the site of that demolished neighborhood and speak with former residents who believe the government turned them into human test subjects. Although the Army admits that the test happened, it is not admitted to harming the residents. News Nation's Natasha Zubez investigates what was in the fog and why the truth may still be buried.
The fog drifted through the streets like a ghost.
That's exactly what it looked like, a thick fog. It was summertime and it was hot. We would just run through it as fast as we could and then try to just cool ourselves off. It stuck to you.
The spray was so foul as far as the odor. It made some of us have headaches, nausea, dizziness.
That's what I remember. It made me sick.
It wasn't the weather. It was an eerie smoke descending from rooftops, rolling from the backs of trucks.
Regular flatbed truck, but it had a big machine on the back. And it had had a big nozzle that really sprayed a fog you couldn't even see through. It was that thick, and it really, we felt it as it would adhere to our skin. And as far as the guys on top of the buildings, they tried to portray them to us as maintenance workers. But we was like, what is a maintenance worker doing? And basically a hazmat suit, and they had masks and goggles.
In the 1950s and 60s, in secret, the U.S. Army sprayed zinc cadmium sulfide into the air of a St. Louis housing project, a largely black neighborhood called Pruitt-Igoe.
It was a lose-lose situation for us in Pruitt-Igoe. We were subjects. We were subjects.
They didn't ask for our permission. We didn't ask for them to spray us. My government used me like I was a guinea pig.
We're standing at where Pruitt-Igoe...
Listen, these deletes' whole objective is to unalive us through biological warfare, all right? They utilize things like Serratia marcescens, as well as lead, cadmium, mercury, and aluminum. The chemtrails that they spray over us on a consistent basis contain the same ingredients that they utilize on that St. Louis population of 10,000, all right? This is why a lot of people get cancer, why a lot of people are sick, why a lot of people are lethargic. This is all contingent on the biological attacks that are done to us on a consistent basis. It's important to know that diseases like cancer are man-made ailments that we all have the ability of combating with natural herbs. Black seed oil is something that you should be consuming every single day. I consume black seed oil every day, and I also put it on my skin because the skin is the largest organ on the body, all right? Black seed oil contains something called thymoquinone that has been known to eradicate cancer cells. One of the biggest mistakes we make is actually wait until we receive symptoms, all right? Then we will start taking the black seed oil, all right? Utilization of black seed oil will be a preventative measure. We know that they're dumping chemtrails on us. We know that they're utilizing processed foods with genetically modified organisms and emulsifiers, which are carcinogens. We know that they're pumping out parabens, phthalates, and PFAs in the health and beauty products, all right? We know that they're trying to give us cancer every single day. So what we should be doing, all right, once we become aware, is utilizing things like black seed oil, oil of oregano, soursop, aka gravolia, cat's claw, dandelion root. These are herbs that we should be consuming on a consistent basis as preventative measures for these deletes' maniacal attacks. Soursop, aka gravolia, is said to be 10,000 times more effective than chemotherapy. All right. If you ever are diagnosed with cancer, one of the last things that you ever should do is go underneath that radiation. All right. The radiation is not only destroying cancer cells, but it's also destroying healthy cells. It's been stated that the treatment is actually what kills people. All right. Not the cancer, but the treatment. Getting hit with all that radiation. You should also be taking oil of oregano every single day. Oil of oregano has been known to substantially reduce cancerous tumor cells, all right? If you have a lump in your breast or something like that, start taking oil of oregano and also start rubbing black seed oil on it. Again, the skin is the largest organ on the body. Once you begin to utilize the black seed oil, it's going to soak into the skin and it's going to begin to attack that tumor, all right? Then begin to utilize the oil of oregano, and I guarantee you start notice the pain subside as well as the tumor start to shrink. Also important to know that most diseases or ailments are actually parasitic in nature. So once you utilize a parasite cleanse, that's pretty much half the battle, all right? And sweet wormwood, black walnut, and whole cloves not only kill parasites, but also eradicate their eggs. Visit Holistic Remedies and get all the holistic tools needed to combat these deletes' deceptive attacks. For all high-quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual elevation, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to Ascension.